Hey y'all, Stephanie here from Godwynstone brokerage. Hopefully you've seen some of our other videos that our other agents have put out there on our YouTube channel. They are so educational, so informative, and we're totally not going to do that today. Because if you're like me, you might be going a little quarantine crazy by now. I know I have. So we're going to get a little creative in the kitchen and we're going to make some pie crust today. Flaky, delicious pie crust that you can use for anything. Everything from quiche to chocolate cream pie or a blueberry, pecan, lemon meringue, whatever you like. It's a perfect pie crust. So we're going to start right here with our butter flavored Crisco. 1/3 cup plus 1 tablespoon. I'll have the measurements later on for you. To that, we're going to add our cup of flour. To that, we're going to add about a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. These pinches. And then we're going to take our Pastry Blender. This is a fantastic tool. You can see all these ridges. It kind of looks like a fork on steroids. You can use a fork if you don't have one of these guys, but this is the Mac Daddy right here. You're going to cut into your Crisco, into the butter, into the flour, until it resembles cornmeal. Okay. Now we have what resembles our cornmeal. Our Crisco is all cut into our flour. Everything's incorporated. Now we're going to take some ice water, 2 tablespoons to start, because you don't want it to be too wet. You want it to just come together. So you take your fork and you're going to mix that bad boy up till it starts to clump and form a ball of dough. You can go up to 3 tablespoons if you need to. Depends on the moisture content of your Crisco. Depends on if you use butter, how much water you're going to actually need. So you're going to have to eyeball it just a little bit. Once it's all sticking together and you don't see any more dry crumbs floating around, done with the water. Had a little escapee there. Okay, now you see it's not dough. It's not a ball of dough yet. So that's when you want to make sure, clean hands. You're gonna bring it all together in one big ball. It's gonna all stick together. Kind of like cookie dough. Alright, now we have our pie crust. This is a recipe I love because the dough doesn't have to rest, you don't have to chill it, you can just make it and roll it out, because if you're like me, you don't plan ahead. So if I need a pie crust, I need it right then. Okay, so we take some of our flour and you're going to put it on your countertop. You can put it on a cutting board if you don't want to put it directly on your counter. I remodeled my kitchen and put these butcher block countertops in specifically for this purpose, so I could do this right on the counter. So you're going to want to put it down and just kind of pat it out. You want to be easy with your pie crust. Don't want to overwork it. It didn't do anything to you. Be nice. And then you take your rolling pin. I have 2 different ones. I have a silicone rolling pin and I have a wood French rolling pin. For pie crust, I like the French pin. I'll put a little flour on my rolling pin and roll this guy out. Now you don't want to roll too much, because again, you don't want to overwork it, but you want to try and keep it in kind of a circle, because it's going in your pot plate. And when it doesn't move around anymore, you just want to reflour, put him back down, roll him out again. You see we have a little breakage right there. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that, because he'll come together in the pie plate. So we take our pie plate and I put it down on top. If I can see crust around the edge of the pie plate, we know we have rolled it out enough. And we're good. So we gently fold it over, put it in the plate. And once you're in here, if you get a little breakage like that, don't worry about it. You just smush it back together. It's all good. It's all good. Come around like this. Now here's where your creative juices can get flowing. We're gonna flute the edge of our pie, which means we're simply gonna fold it under to where it meets the pie plate, all the way around the edges. Fold it under. Folding, folding, folding. Then we're gonna come back and we're gonna pinch it and make a cute little fluted edge. Looks fancy, no tools required. Now, if you've seen in the stores, you can have those little cutters that cut out. I have turkeys for Thanksgiving, stockings for Christmas, Easter bunnies for Easter. Yes, I'm one of those crazy people. I have it for all the holidays. Okay, so now basically, ta-da, we're done. We have our fluted pie. Okay, we have our pie. Now it's ready to go in the oven. An hour later, we're digging in with some vanilla ice cream. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Go make yourself some pie.